trading is not something that you can just get up one day and says, you know what, I'm going to do that too. If anyone can do it, I can do it. You can, but you have to know what you're getting into. So I'm going to tell you right now, by the end of this first hour of the webinar, maybe most of you guys will quit. From the ones who don't quit, half of that will not make it. And that's the hard reality. And that's the hard reality. Okay? So what I want to find out is, what are you made of? What are you made of? What are you made of? Okay. So let's talk about this. All right. Donnell, you're saying I just a truck for 8 hours and it's 4 a.m. There's a lot of kids in the chat. Thank you, Naveen, for taking the time out to do this. Yeah. So we do have a lot of kids here, and there's nothing wrong with having kids in the room. Not in your rooms, but I'm saying in the room in the chat here. That's perfectly okay. Because they are our future. You know, I shouldn't even say it like that. I'm a kid myself. It's like, I'm not that old. How old do you guys think I am? It's like, so they are our future, but what's wrong is there's no work ethics. So let's talk about, let's touch base a little bit on work ethics here a little bit. How many of you guys in here are, let's say, below 30? Okay. There's a lot of you guys here below 30. Okay, so below 30 means you're just getting started. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, how many of you guys here are above 40? If you can just type 40, I will know you're above 40. Just type in 40. Okay, so there's a lot more of you in 40. Okay, this explains why the room is full. Because the people who are 40 plus, they have a lot more work ethics because you guys come from that generation of hard work. Okay. Now, I want to touch base a little bit about the mindset that it takes to become a trader. And I specifically brought in Ali and Lucas from my entire team to show you what does it mean to persevere? What does it mean blood, sweat, and tears? Is this something you hear on Instagram, or does it actually have some meaning? You know, so let's talk about that a little bit, because I want to know what the fuck have you been doing with your life up until now. Okay, I really want to know that stuff, because you are where you are because of how much work you've put in. Okay, again, let me repeat that. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. So let's start with this. Let's start with this. If I send a film crew to your house right now, and he's gonna film you for the next 1 week, okay? He's gonna film you for the next 1 week. And in that 1 week, when it's over, you and I, we sit together and we watch that movie. And we watch that movie. Before I hit play, I want to ask you, are you proud of what we're about to watch? I'm getting mixed answers here. The reason why I ask this is a lot of you confuse being busy with growing. A lot of you confuse being busy with growing. So when I talk to an average pop or an average mom, right? They're basically saying, oh man, Naveen, you have no fucking idea, man. I'm so busy. I am hustling, baby. I am hustling. I wake up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. I take my kids to school. I do this, I do that. Then I come home, I have to cook dinner. I do this, and I do the laundry, and I do. What did you do is what I want to know. You survived another day. I'm not asking about that. What did you do to be more than what you are today? What did you do except kill time another day? Probably nothing, right? You went through a to-do list until the day is over, and in there, if I count all the times that you were chilling, resting, you'll start to find out very quickly of where the problem is. Okay? Now, how many of you guys in here joined this industry because you were like, you know what? Because I want freedom. Because I want to have freedom. I want to basically be able to do what I want when I want. So, wait a minute. There's a little conundrum here. If you want to be able to do what you want when you want, you're trying to master the world's top industry to do nothing. That's a little bit strange, isn't it? That's a little bit strange, isn't it? So, let me bring up some slides here, okay? If I may. All right, let's talk about some work ethics. Okay, let's talk about some work ethics here. I'm gonna get the chat here going so I can see your chats as well, so I can bamboo you guys properly. Okay. Okay, let's get the cameras here so I can see. All right, how many of you guys can relate to this stupid kangaroo? Is the goal in life to do nothing? You see, when I talk to most people and I ask them this question, it's like, what do you want to do? It's like, I want to make so much money that I don't have to work for money. So you are aspiring to be a nobody. So then, don't you have that now? Isn't that what you have right now? No, I'm not picking on Australians. It's like, I'm not picking on Australians, but isn't that what you have right now in your life right now, is the aspirations to be nobody? Because everything that you do, let me ask you this other question here. How many of you guys in here come with the philosophy of what's the meaning of life otherwise if you're always going to be working? How many of you guys believe in that philosophy? Well, if I'm always working, then what's the point? You know, what's the meaning of life? I don't get to experience life. Okay, so experience your fucking life. Where has it gotten you? Have you experienced more life than people with money? Answer me that honestly. No. You're bloody wasting time and hiding behind an illusion of an excuse that you call life. Why? Why are you so scared to move the needle? Why are you so scared to move the needle? Okay, this is the state we're in 2023. I don't want to work hard. I just want easy money. Isn't that why you guys came to this industry? I want easy money. So I want to ask you this. Who are you? Who are you? And when we sit down to watch that video, will I know who you are? Does every day reflect your goal? Now, when I say your goal, I mean, is every day you're doing something to grow constantly. When I say something here, I don't want you to mistake action with reading a book. Okay? All right. So, how many of you guys in here read books, listen to podcasts, watch interviews? Probably a lot, right? Okay. How many of you guys take action? Action that is difficult. Not action because it's easy, because it's right there, so might as well just do it. Action because I have to fucking do this. No is not an option. It is not an option. So, work ethics. Now, everything comes with safety. Everything comes with safety. Ever since I've joined this industry of coaching, if you want to put it this way, all I see is constant weird comments and questions. Naveen, if you're trading, why are you teaching? Naveen, if you're trading, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Okay, then what's the point of doing anything? Is the goal to just make money and then stop? Is that what you aspire to do, just to make money and do nothing? Is that what your life is worth? Just a bunch of cash? No. So here's what I think. So if you have a goal in mind, we need to talk about, well, first of all, what are goals? How do you achieve goals? And what does it mean to work your ass off? Okay? Because this is what's missing. Goals are very vague for many of you guys. Action is impossible to find. I'll tell you why action is impossible to find. You know how many people have worked for me in the past? They've come and go. You know how many people email me day and night saying, Naveen, will you be my teacher? Will you be my mentor? And then all you have to do is wait one day. One day. I'm not even talking about 1 month. One fucking day. One day. You don't hear from that guy ever again. You don't see that guy ever again. But when you do, oh, sorry, I got so busy, da da da, you know how it is, da 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 da. I don't care if your whole family is dying. Why don't you show up? You don't want it. You don't want it bad enough. It is just a ruse for you to run that wheel over and over and over again. Why is it not important to you to be more than who you are now? Why is it not hitting you hard that I can't be a fucking loser anymore? Why doesn't it affect you? Pain and anger is the only two assets you have left. Because being nice and being kind, you guys have fucked that up already. It's all jaded. Love is messed up. Being kind to people, it's all fake and bullshit. Only thing that's true in your life is the pain that you have and the anger that you have. That is the only true emotion that is pure 100% left. Everything else is just a ruse behind the curtain. How much pain do you have to become more than who you are right now? Or are you coasting? Are you coasting? Okay? All right. This is something I wanted to ask you guys. Okay. So, if you want to be the best you can be, the first way I'm going to ask you this question is, who have you surrounded yourself with? There's a very popular saying, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Are you hanging out with bums and no good people who have no dreams, no aspirations? In fact, when you have a dream, they'll pull you down. Are you hanging out with people who are like, no, you should do that, but you know what? Safety, safety, safety. Take care of yourself. If you've done anything, even an ounce of something in your life, suddenly you get 500 people that is ready to give you advice on how to protect that money. Do you not have friends who give you advice? How many of you guys in here have friends who give you medical advice and they're not even doctors? You sneeze in front of them and suddenly you get so much advice. Achoo! Oh, dude, you know, for that sneeze, you probably have a cold. You probably want to do this, this, and this, and this. Oh, where did you learn it? WhatsApp, Instagram. Right? So if you're surrounded by partners, children, parents, friends, by people who don't uplift you and push you to be better, but rather hold you back and wrap you in this safety net constantly for the sake of your own good, I want to ask you, rewind your life a little bit and tell me where you reached right now. How much of their help did you get to reach where you are right now? You were relentless. If you wanted that job, you got that fucking job. But now you're coasting. Why are you coasting? What's with that? What's with that? Why are you taking it so easy? You went from being a lion to being a fucking zebra, sitting down most of the time and just sipping water and saying, how do I make this thing last forever? What happened? Okay, how many guys in here, after you make a little bit of money, the first and only thing that comes to your mind is, how do I make sure I can hold on to this? Oh, maybe I should invest it, 4% interest per year. Maybe I should do a fixed deposit, life insurance. I want to live forever. How did you even get the money to begin with? Not by being cautious, not by holding safety nets and saying safety, safety, safety. You know what grinds my gear the most? I'm doing a webinar. Show up. You want to learn trading? Show up. Don't ask me, is it recorded? Why do you want it to be recorded? You're training yourself to fail before it even begins. Why? You're going to watch the recording? I know the stats on the recording. People don't watch recordings. Why are you asking about it? Show up. Take notes. I don't understand this. You do everything with breaks. How do you expect to grow exponentially in this life if who you are deserves to be exactly where you are right now? If you want to grow exponentially in your life, you need to do things you are very uncomfortable with. Because doing things that are comfortable to you will keep you where you are. Doing things that are comfortable for you will keep you where you are. If you're a religious person, I'm not, but if you are a religious person, the Bible says, seek and ye shall find. It's even in the bloody scriptures telling you, if you really want something so bad, you're going to get it. But you must want it. You must have it here first before you have it out here. Okay? Every religion underneath the planet talks about mindset. They talk about whatever you want, you can get, but you must want it with zero doubt. And it will manifest, if you want to put it that way. Right now, all the manifestation you guys want is to do nothing, so it's manifesting. You're doing nothing. It's actually already manifested. You're doing nothing. Okay? All right. What is work? And who's under this illusion that work doesn't have to be fun? I'm always working. I'm always working. I gotta take care of your sorry asses. I'm always working. I gotta take care of these guys that are on my screen. I'm always working. Why? Because this is who I am. This is what I like to do. I fail to be at my current state every day. I want to be more than what I am today. Not 1 year ago, not 5 years ago, today. Today is a day I want to crush, and I want to be better tomorrow from today. That quickly, I want the leap to happen. That quickly. You know when this webinar was decided? Yesterday. This webinar was decided yesterday. I had my entire team weekend, get ready, prepare everything right now. Everyone's like, I'm stopping what I'm doing, I'll show up. How many of you guys can do that? Or how many of you guys will say, oh, you know, it's a Saturday, it's a weekend, it's family time. Normally I do this with that and this and this. I'm only supposed to be here Monday to Friday. Technically, I'm working a lot. Why should I show up? Fuck off. You can't do shit in life. With that type of attitude, you're nobody. You're not going to make it. Not in this industry. Stay where you are then. If you really want to make a leap and change, understand who you are and how you're going to change, and everything you do needs to reflect that. Who you hang out with, what you do in your free time, how much time do you spend in organizing your day to make sure you grow, and not just going down a to-do list until the end of time. Where there's a will, there is a way. You've heard that saying many times, but not one of you apply it. Apply it. If you truly want change, change is available for those who really want it. Okay? So, I'm always working, okay? Whether it be in a first-class flight or whether I'm being chauffeured around, I am always fucking working. I'm always fucking working. Even in Maldives. How many guys here know of Maldives? Okay? It's a popular island destination. People go once in a lifetime for their honeymoons, right? Once in a lifetime for their honeymoons. In the year 2000, in my mind, I was like, hey, I really would like to see if I can work from Maldives. That'd be so cool if I can do that. In the last 2 years, I've been to Maldives 9 times. During Corona, I had it privately chauffeured all the way to a private island under 24 hours. And even when I'm there, I'm working and the staff comes to me saying, Mr. Naveen, why are you working? This is a vacation spot. Why don't you chill a bit? I'm working. But you know what I hear with my ears? There's 2 types of people on the island. One type of person that is getting ready to leave on the seaplane, and they're basically saying, oh, I wish I can stay here longer, but back to work and, you know, got to become a dog and this and that. Like, I'm surprised you made it here. And there's the other side that basically says, I will be back. They talk with rigor and confidence saying, this is just a play area for me. I will be back. Versus the other language, which is, I got to go back to work and they're dragging their feet to get back on the plane to leave the island. My last visit to Maldives, I stayed there for 3 weeks. 3 fucking weeks. You know how much is one night? Google it. Okay? By the way, if any of you guys are wondering, trading from the beach, no. It's an illusion. I went to Kuala Lumpur with the entire team. We took a very large suite in the Hyatt Hotel. And over there, we were doing goals and focusing on what do we need to do? How do we need to grow? What does each and every one want to do? And we're trading together. We're holding up the P&Ls up there. We're holding each other accountable. What do you want in life? How do we obtain it? How can we help? Next person. What do you want in life? How can we obtain it? How can we help? So I want to ask you guys this question. Who are the people around you? Are you hanging out with people who dare to dream? Or are you hanging out with chickens who like to just sit on the eggs and protect, as if they're going to live forever? They all mean good, but meaning good means shit if you can't perform. They all mean well, but meaning well means nothing. Okay, Lucas and Ali, I want to get you guys here up on the screen. Okay. Let's see here. I'll put you guys on the spot now. So, when I met Lucas, I met him in Thailand, okay? I met him in Thailand. He came to one of my events. He was this little shit walking around, and he's like, I want to be a trader. He comes up to me, he asked me certain questions, and I'm like, okay, everybody asks me questions. Everybody tells me they want to be a successful trader. I see him, after the event, I see him going into his room with a bunch of people, and he's like, we need to practice this. And he's going over the material with everybody. They're all gathered up in his room. They're going over the material. Okay, I notice him doing that, but at the same time, he's probably just energized from the event. Just like you guys might be energized from this moment. I want to see how long does this last. A week later, I still hear this name Lucas. A month later, I still hear this name Lucas. Who's this guy? Bring him. I want to work with this guy. Lucas, how hard do you work when you first joined Urban Forex? How many days a week do you work?
10 days a week. if that's even
10 days a
possible.
week.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you're indispensable to Urban Forex, how many days a week do you work now?
20, I suppose.
There you go. There you go. So why is it that you guys think you guys are going to make it in this industry when guys like Lucas are crushing it? They're here on a Sunday, not getting paid for it. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm here motivating you guys with no pay. And you feel you're going to make it in this industry without an ounce of work? How do you feel you can compete in this industry? With what rigor, with what blood, with what boiling aspirations that I'm going to fucking make it? This is your competition. And this is not even Wall Street. Wall Street ups the game even more. Ali, when I met him, he was in the oil industry working before we pulled him in. Ali, when you started the unicorn thing, how many times were you a public speaker before you started the unicorn program with Lucas?
Never.
How do you feel about public speaking now?
I love it.
How did you feel when you first started?
Oh, so basically, although the whole unicorn was my and Lucas's idea, and we spoke to Naveen about it. That Naveen, I think it's a good idea. However, I was very nervous before the first session because it was something new to me, and it meant coming out of my comfort zone. So I practiced before the first session. Once I did the first session, I realized it was very easy. I was nervous about it for no reason. I learned that day that we always fear the unknown, and then when we see it, when we are in it.
Wait, can I pause you there 1 second?
Yeah.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
How many of you guys know that it looks like he's reading something, right? I told him I'm going to ask him this question. He's even prepared to answer this question. He's ready for that. He's ready, and he's written everything down. He's like, I know exactly what I'm going to say. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out. He's even ready for anything that comes his way. He's ready for the challenge. Yeah, sorry, please keep going.
That's all right. Yeah, so I'd say that whenever it's something that we are not sure of, and it's something which is unknown for us, then we always fear it. But then once we go into it and we are doing it day in, day out, it just becomes normal. It becomes easy. And then I just love it now.
Okay. Now, when these guys brought up the idea to me, and they were like, okay, guys, Naveen, what we need to do is we need to train everybody. How many of you guys in here actually have been in the unicorn? I'm guessing most of you guys have already been in the unicorn, right? If not all of you. Right? You guys have been in the unicorn. Now, when we had a team meeting, the conversation came up of saying, well, how do we break the barrier for some of you guys? And Lucas was the first one to speak out and said, actually, the way you trained us, Naveen, it makes a leaps of difference than actually just sitting and going through videos of courses. Yes, that's important, but sometimes it's a lot easier to sit down with someone and do that. I was like, yeah, you're right. And Ali added to it saying, yeah, it's going to be a much more powerful program if we can somehow provide some kind of a mentorship. I said, do it. And I signed both of them, and I saw the looks in their eyes are like, wait, that's not what I meant. I didn't want to do this myself. I just meant it's a good idea. Right? Lucas, how did you feel that day when I said, you do it?
I was scared as shit because it was literally just an idea. I had no experience in coaching. I was put on the spot. There was not enough coach. I was put on the spot to sign up for this thing. And I just fucking say yes. Right?
Well, but why did you do it? Well, why did you do it? If you were so scared, why did you do it?
The thing is, if I hesitated just one more day, 2 more days, maybe 3 days, if I hesitated for 3 days, I'd probably say no. The fear is going to kick in, and then, all the doubts is going to start coming in, and then the answers probably gonna be no. So just saying yes helps me get to where I am today, because saying yes to most things that's gonna scare me, has helped me grow exponentially. That's one thing that I always live by. Just fucking say yes, especially to the things that you're scared of. You guys know the famous quote. Well, not really a famous quote, but the quote of make your dream so big that you're fucking scared of it. If you're not gonna be doing what you're scared of, how are you gonna get a dream that's gonna scare you? Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it's
So,
correct.
Yeah.
Fast forward into 2023. What uncomfortable things are you guys doing now?
Me?
Yeah. What torture have I put you on now for 2023?
So it started off with, bear in mind, I came into this industry. I came to Naveen just to learn trading. Little did I know right now, a few months ago, I was put on the spot again to create an app. And, coming from a background where I have no understanding of IT, programming, anything like that, asking someone like me to create an app, it's mind-blowing, right? Again, I didn't wait. I didn't hesitate. I just said, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. With no clue what I'm going to get myself into. And then fast forward a few months later, I think 6 months in, now I have successfully created an app.
Yeah, you guys have probably seen this actually, right? Like, let me show it to you here.
Yeah.
This one here. You guys have seen this one? This is the app Lucas took charge of to make this project come to life. Now, how crazy is that? The reason why I bring this up, not to gloat and saying, look at my people and look at you. Not to gloat. To show you they're just like you, scared shitless. But all that's needed is, fuck it, let's do it. I don't care how, I don't know how, I have no experience, I'm going to do it. From the decision point of I'm going to do it to where you are today, and then the relentless non-stop work to get to that moment is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. You fucking say yes first, and then you stand up and say, okay, I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it. This is how the brain works. This is how the mind works. You cannot be in your comfort zone at all times, because if you're in your comfort zone, doing the things you're okay with doing the things in your expertise, doing the things you know most about, you're nobody. You're nobody. Let me ask you this. A child's brain develops until the age of 12. There's research out there that says most people from the age of 12, based on the way they work and they live, they stop growing. So from the age 12 until death, they've never grown since. Up until age of 12, the brain is curious. They want to do, they want to learn, they want to understand. 12, ego sets in. I know everything what I need to do. I know this, I know that, I know this and this and this. And slowly and surely, deterioration of the mind begins. So, how many of you guys are curious? How many of you guys still have that childlike mentality that says, I know of this, I'm curious what he has to say. I know of that, I'm curious what he has to say. Or are you an old hag that's basically saying, I know this. No, I already know. Yeah. How many guys in this room are of that personality type that when someone goes to say something, you have to interrupt them to show you know that information? How many of you fuckers out there are like that? What difference does it make if you know the information or not? You want people to like you. Why? Who are you? Why do people need to like you? Why do people need to know you know this information? What do you want to prove? Why are you so shallow inside? Get up, be more. Be more. Be more. Stop trying to please everybody. Stop trying to be so politically correct all the time. You're going to be the victim because they, them, and all those type of people, they're not. They're the ones telling you how to act, and you're like, oh, okay, yes. Who's the victim? You, not them. Okay? All right. Bring you guys back to this. Okay, let me bring this down here. Sorry about that. Okay, so do the people around you even dare to dream big? When I was first asked this question of show me your friends, I'll show you your futures, I started to realize, oh, I'm hanging out with losers. The people around me are safety players. Safety players. They've made some money, and now it's all protect, 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 protect. No, that's not exponential growth. That's exponential growth, and then 1%, 2%, 5%, 1%, 2%. No. Is that your aspiration? Is that what you're trying to be? You're trying to be that extra 1% of who you are right now, or you want to grow exponentially? Okay. How many of you guys are feeling uncomfortable from me speaking like this? If you're feeling uncomfortable, it's because somewhere inside these words offend you. Somewhere inside it's poking at you. Okay? And it needs to poke at you. You've been a pussy your whole life. You got to stand up for yourself. You need to get up and take matters into your own hands and saying, watch me, I'm going to do this. I don't care what anyone says, I got this. You need to get up and take control. Okay? Because the last thing you want to do is do just enough for retirement. Because retirement is this. Retirement is this. Just enough money that when time comes to do something, time itself is missing. Because you did just enough. You played safety. You went with this notion of what's the point of living then? If I'm not going to have fun, what's the point of living? So an extra pizza, 2 extra beers out with your friends, that's going to make your life? If you're on your deathbed, what are you going to tell your significant other when you whisper that I didn't do this in my life? Are you going to say, I wish I had 1 more beer with my friends when I was at the party the other day? That's not going to even be on your mind. What's going to be on your mind is, I wish I took more action. I wish I did more with my life. Not, I wished I watched 1 more Netflix episode. 1 more episode. That's not going to be on your mind. That's not on anyone's mind. Do not do just enough. Just enough means you killed another day. You are coasting. You are coasting. The whole purpose of this webinar is to get inside your gut feeling and saying, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Why have I been wasting so much time with all of this stuff? What have I been doing? What if I told you guys this is the best time to be rich? Would you believe me? It's never been fucking easier to be rich in your life. This is the time. You know why? Because we have a bunch of sissies walking around this planet right now. All you need to do is work 5% harder than them. What is 5% more than 0? It's everything. I'm not even saying triple their work output. They don't even have a work output. 5% more than 0 is everything. You can't give 5%? You're that chill, you're that in your mindset of what's the meaning of life? I have to meditate. I have to just look at quotes on Instagram that make me feel good. Seize the day type of pictures so I can share it with my friends and tell them to seize the day and they forward it to their friends, but no one's seizing shit. Who are you? And who, more importantly, where is that person who got you to where you are? Where is that young version of you who had the aspiration and goals to do so much to get you to where you are right now? Where did that person go? Why are you coasting? Why are you coasting? The reason why I say this is the best time to get rich, there's not enough people out there with work ethics who have an unparalleled opportunity in this world. You guys have all heard the saying, right? Tough times make tough men. Tough men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make tough times. And the cycle continues. We are at the last stage. Okay? Good times have made weak men, which means all you have to do is a little bit more. A little bit more, you fucking lazy person. A little bit more to be better than everybody else. Just a little bit more. Because if the way, what's that guy's name? Ray Dalio, if he's talking about the world order changing, we're shifting from USD to Chinese yuan, if that's happening and wars do begin, more men will start coming into the industry all over again. Now you will have to compete. It'll be hard. Right now, who's your competition? It's a take easy Monday today. I don't work weekends. 5 p.m. It's time to go home at 5 p.m. Ooh, I'm going to take a 3-hour cigarette break. I'm going to take long lunches. I'm going to complain based on my color. I'm going to do anything possible to do nothing. That's your competition. That's not a competition. You have it easy. This is the best time to be rich. You know why? Because any corporation who is in the business of making money, any corporation, including yourself, if there's another guy who says, I can do more than that idiot that you have hired under your company, that guy's out. You're in. Welcome. That means, how do you take over someone's job? You do a little bit more. How much is a little bit more? It's basically nothing at this stage. It's basically nothing. It's the best time to get rich. It doesn't get easier than this. It doesn't get easier than this. I'm going to show you guys some things. You have to keep track of your energy. I'm going to show you few of these comments. These are recent ones, okay? I get them all the time. I just selected a few random ones here. Hi, Naveen. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. My name is so-and-so, and I've been practicing trading for quite some time now. I'm really eager to expand my knowledge and continue on my journey. Recently, I came across your incredible videos from 12 years ago, and I must say they have been immensely helpful and inspiring. I genuinely appreciate the effort you've put into creating such valuable content. Your dedication has surely made a positive impact on your students throughout the years. I was wondering if you currently have any available slots in your classes, or if you'd be open to mentoring someone like me. I believe learning from an experienced individual like yourself will be an invaluable opportunity. I'm excited to hear your thoughts and looking forward to your feedback. Thank you. Here's the next one. Hi, Naveen. I know you're busy. Please take a look at my message when you have some free time. I'm sure you're aware of how powerful human leverage can be. I will be an invaluable asset to you, and here's how. I vouch 5% of my monthly profit in Forex trading to you. You can imagine how this is easy passive money. Not sure I think I'm telling you about easy passive. Not sure who I think I'm telling you about easy passive money. Please, will you be my guru? Being an Indian as well, I will surrender myself completely to your teachings and learn at your feet, as it is put in the Upanishads. I have to look up what that word is. You are a kind, knowledgeable, and trustworthy person, and you are already doing your part in helping the world. Thank you for everything you do. Continue. Now, you know what's fun about this? Both of these people, never heard from them again. Never. You know how when you have to send a resume, copy, paste, send it to everybody underneath the planet? This is that. This is that. You think what, we're morons sitting on this side, reading these messages saying, oh my God, I have to help this guy. You think that's how my day begins? No. I wait and I see, what is this person made of? It just takes 24 hours. I never hear from that person ever again. 24 fucking hours. That's how quick their energy and their things go down. That's how quick they lose it. Hi Naveen, my name is so-and-so from Egypt. I'm a fresh graduate who is coming to the UAE very soon. I'm trying to enter trading in Dubai and trying to figure out the best people in UAE to help me. I'm a self-taught trader with 5+ years in the Egyptian stock market and 2+ years in Forex. If you could help me in any way, please tell me, not by money, but by job opportunities or helping me grow as a trader. Thank you so much and keep grinding. You are a role model. Now, all of these things, including the previous one, this one made me laugh. I vouch 5% of my monthly profits to you. I wish I can bring in my old mentors into this. I vouch to kill for him. Do you understand that? Do you understand the difference between his dedication and my dedication? I would have killed to learn how to trade properly. Killed. Do you understand what that word is? K-I-L-L-E-D? 5% of your fucking profits. What am I going to do with $200? What am I going to do with $200? He's teaching me passive income. So sometimes it's like, how bad do you want something? Shows in your messages as well. These are the nice ones. Oh, I can show you some horrible ones that really drive me crazy. My grandma is sick. My mom is sick. Please help me. You're my last hope. I lost so much money. I get them on and on and on and on and on. Including from relatives and family members. Including relatives and family members. Now, you think I'd help them out, right? Fuck them. I don't help them. I don't help them. Stand up and take responsibility. Stand up and take responsibility. It's become too easy. It's become too easy in this world to basically say, can you do it for me? I got messages today on Instagram saying, oh, I won't be able to make it to this webinar. Just please be sure to record it and put it in my library, please. Excuse me? It's not recorded. Is that so hard to understand? Show up or miss it. Your call. So, now you start to understand why we do what we do. There's so much work that goes behind the scenes to take your sorry asses across the line. Because many of you guys are not willing to put in the work. I tell you, wait 1 week before the next lesson releases. 1 week? I want to do it now. Why do you want to binge watch it? Do you not trust me when I tell you wait a week? Trust me, it'll be better for you. Can't do it. Can't do it. I know how to do this better. Then do it. Then do it. There's no patience. There's no rigor. There's no power left in this world. Everybody thinks they can have it easy. So then have it easy. Show me what easy means, because I don't see a single person living in the center of Dubai, in the busiest part of Dubai, in the best part of Dubai, sitting in $1 million house, paid cash, sitting here, spending 3 hours with you guys for no money. This is what you're up against. You need to raise your standard of who you are. You need to raise your standards. Okay? If you do not raise your standards, the next person will come and it will crush you. Does that make sense? If I ask you this question now, how many of you guys are charged up right now that says, fuck yeah, you know what? Starting today, that's it, man. That's it. Starting today, that's it, man. Watch me. I'm going to be a whole new person. Tomorrow, 24 hours from now, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and find out, do you have faded energy? Or is the pain inside, I can't be like this anymore? Is it still on the fire? If it's not on, you're going to be in these types of webinars over and over and over again. You're going to become a webinar/seminar junkie. Looking for that energy, You need to light the energy inside. Take it from here, take it from this webinar, put it inside, and keep it lit. Keep it lit. Keep it lit. Keep it lit. Ali, how many kids do you have?
Great.
Do you take care of them yourself?
Yeah, single parent.
How many days have you missed on Unicorn?
Never.
What sorry excuses do you guys have? He never misses a day of work, and he's raising 3 kids on his own. What's your excuse?
One more thing to bear in mind, the session he's doing is either super early in the morning or super late into his night. Right, Ali? What's the Asia session in your time zone?
It's from 9 p.m. at night till 11:30.
That's crazy.
And he has a young daughter growing up. Very young daughter growing up. What's your excuse? You don't want it bad enough the way my guys want it bad enough. Do you want anything bad enough? Do you want anything bad enough? Or do you want to just chill and Netflix with your buddies who have no future? If they've made a little bit of cash, if they just want to sit on it like a fucking chicken sitting on eggs. Okay? Yeah. You know those pictures I showed you guys from Kuala Lumpur, right? You know what was the sleeping hours? Because Ali was doing uniform there as well in Kuala Lumpur. I have videos of Yash Teal. I don't know if many of you guys know Yash Teal in here. The guy was literally sleeping on every ride. He was sleeping in the car, and we were just recording, making fun of him. But he was sleeping in the car. They do it until their bodies cannot handle it. How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? Okay? All right. So, I want to see one thing here. Wow. There's still 500 people in this room. I'd be afraid many of you guys would throw the middle finger and be like, fuck this shit. I don't need to listen to this. I'm worth more, and people leave. I'm surprised all of you guys are here. Obviously, that means something's wrong, right? You want to make a change. You want to make a change. Then let's make the fucking change. Let's make the fucking change. For those of you guys who are still left standing, I didn't tell you what the third part of the webinar is, right? For those of you guys still left standing in any part of the world, if you're still left standing, you get the gold. I'm going to open up the charts again. We're going to talk about some of these trades that I've done. I'm going to explain to you the details of it. If you can handle what just happened in the last 1 hour by someone screaming at you, breathing down your neck, and telling you fuck off because you're not doing shit in life, then you have a chance. You have a chance. And I like these people. These are my type of people. Surround yourself with A players, and you will see yesterday will never be the same. Okay, surround yourself with A players. Let's go into it. All right. Thank you, Lucas and Ali, for your feedbacks on the questions I've asked.
Sure, of course. Hope that helped.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, let me get some charts open up here.
By the way, guys, I see some questions earlier. The app name is Market Countdown. It's on the Mac App Store, so you guys can get it there.
Is the new updated version released?
Yeah, it is with the calendar.
It's released with the calendar? Perfect, perfect. Because I was showing that to everybody earlier. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't show that. It's not released yet.
Oh, it is. Nothing on the Windows yet, but right now it's just the Mac OS.
Brilliant, brilliant. Crazy, huh? Crazy. It goes to tell you, when you put your mind to something, anything's possible. The guy doesn't know anything about design, app development, or anything like that. He was given a mission, he said fucking yes, and then he worked towards figuring it out, and he figured it out. Don't think Elon Musk is any different. Just woke up one day and said, I'm going to build rockets, let's do it. You need to be like that. You need to be like that. Anything is actually possible if you truly do it. You got to do it. Where'd my... Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, all right. Now, a lot of you guys were seeing a lot of my stuff posted on Instagram and also on YouTube. So we're going to talk about some of these things, okay? How many of you guys in here are not members? Let's put it that way, so I know how much information. Don't worry, I'm not going to hold back, but how many of you guys are not members at Urban Forex? Okay, not a member, not a member. Okay, there's a few of you guys in here. Okay, those of you guys who are members, if you guys can put the fire sign so I know how many of you guys are members of Urban Forex in one way, shape, or form. Okay. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. I see some of you guys are writing fire sign. Excellent, excellent. There you go, dedication. Okay. Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into this. Now, if you guys remember from earlier when we were talking about certain things, right? Okay, we're talking about certain things where I want you to put your focus on the idea of two sides only. The store and the buyer. Okay, these are your two sides, the store and the buyer. Trader doesn't matter. Okay, trader doesn't matter. So this is the two people who actually need to do business with this product. Whatever the product is, they're the guys who actually need to do business with that product. Yeah? So far so good? Okay. There's key elements I want you to learn. Okay, these are all in the courses, and specifically on the new course that's coming up. It's going to be released on the App Store. It's not out yet, but it's going to be releasing soon. But I'm going to give you certain details that is important for you to understand. Okay, you guys can get all the full details in the course anyways, but I'm going to give you the specific details here where it's like, make sure you know this, make sure you know this, make sure you know this, and you pretty much got 90% of it. Yeah, deal? At least I give you something to work with, practice on, develop on, so on and so forth. Okay, when dealing with the overall flow, right? Here I am on the daily chart. Okay, here I am on the daily chart. Let me ask you guys a question. There's a store. Okay, forget the store. This is you. You want to buy a house. That house costs $1 million, for example. Okay? And you say, I can't buy $1 million. I can only buy it at $500,000, $500,000. Okay? So far, so good. You guys understand this? So it's worth 1 million, but you said I can only buy it at 500,000. If the price dips to 500,000, will you buy it? Just basic logically speaking. If the price dips to 500,000, you will buy it, right? Okay. Let me ask you one question now. If the price dips to 500,000, will you say, no, but I am operating on a daily chart, so I will buy it next year? No, I am on a 15-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart hasn't processed information yet, so I will buy it later. This game is not a time frame game. It's a price game. Get it through your heads. It's a price game. If the price has been reached, the deal has been offered. It's not a time frame thing. You understand that? Is it making sense? That part, I'll bring explanation to that in a little bit. It's a price thing. It is not based on time frame. Okay? So if I start you on a daily time frame, okay, if I start you on a daily time frame and I say, all right, so overall downward flow, which means the store has so much stock of New Zealand that he wants to dump it. He's saying, if I can only find a buyer, I want to sell it to them. Now, if you are the store, do you want to sell to people at a cheap price, or do you want to sell to people at an expensive price? Expensive price. Basic logic, everyone's with me. Good. Okay? You want to sell to them at the expensive price. Now, prices that are coming down, they start to rise up in early May. Okay? A lot of you guys understand the guy who started a concept here. This is the last seller. Once we get above him, we have sort of like a pullback coming in. Right? You guys understand that? If not, this is just lesson 1 in the NPA 2.0. Or something. Is it lesson 1? Do you guys know? What lesson is that? Yeah, lesson 1, right? Buyers and sellers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so once the pullback starts coming in, now it's going up, up, up. Price has reached, let's say, 5,600, for example, 5,600. You are the store. You are the store. That's a good price. Should we dump the stock? Should we dump it? Okay, good. I want you to think about this. Be curious about this. Why am I asking you this question right here? Well, we are at a perfect SNR. Dump it? Should we dump the price? Okay. I want you to become the store owner now, and I want you to look at the piece like this. I want you to look at the piece like this. Price is coming up. It's reached 5,600 there approximately, and I'm asking you, should you dump it? You're a store owner. What's the first question I just asked you before this question? What was the first question I asked you? Do you want to sell at a cheap price or an expensive price? Expensive price. Is there any signs telling you they're not going to buy anymore? They're buying it aggressively. So I want you to be the store owner that's smart and says, if they're buying, let them buy. What's the problem? Why sell it now? They're buying. Let them buy. What's the issue? Let them. Remember, in the first hour that you saw, when things were going sideways and prices start to run up aggressively, what does that mean? What does that mean when prices run up aggressively? That means there are people standing in line to buy this. Why are you selling? Don't sell. Let them buy. Let them buy. Which means if you sell, anything you sell, they will look at it as, oh, finally I got my price, buy it. unfulfilled orders. No fill. People are not filled. So what you sell, they might look at it as, oh, thank you, finally got a discount, buy it. So if you want to turn that monster sucker, don't buy it, don't sell it yet. Don't sell it yet. This, you can see it. Prices go up, they halt for one day. Sell it now? We're technically at a supply zone here. You know, drop, base, drop. Oh yeah, I've seen that on YouTube before. I should sell it. Should you sell it? No, don't sell it. Because anything you sell, these guys will say, they'll buy it. Thank you very much. So don't be in a hurry to sell it. Prices then come down from this price. It comes down aggressively, right? Now, I want you as a third person, to be on the sidelines here and think for a moment of what the hell just happened? If everyone was buying so aggressively, why is the store giving a discount like there's no tomorrow? Why would he do that? Normally, if there's a strong buyer, this is how the seller responds. If there's a strong buyer, they go little by little. But this time it comes in hot. That tells you something. No buyers? I'm curious. I want to know what this means. I don't know yet, but I got more information. I don't know yet. I got more information. Got it. Buyer then buys it up. Can you tell me what's his buy performance? Slow. He's buying it, right? But he's slow. So, sell. And how do I know when to sell? Because I would have thought he's slow here. I would have thought he's slow here. I would have thought he's slow here, slow here, slow here, slow here. These are like a multiple stop outs. If I sell it, I'll get hit. How do I know I should sell? We want to find out how this looks and how this looks. Ready? I'm going to take you down one time frame. One time frame, okay? I'll put this line right there. I'll take you down one time frame. There's a 4 hours. The first move that went up full speed, this is how it looks. The next move that went up, this is how it looks. Do they look identical? It's shorter, but how is their thrust and movement? Okay. What I'm trying to show you here is, take a look at this. Take a look at this. Ready? I think you guys need to see it in this format. When I showed you this and I showed you this, how did it look? It looked like this wave, right? Wave, 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 right? That's what you guys saw. Is that right? So when we open up these circles, it was a wavy format. Okay. I'm going to open up this circle here, the red candles that went down. I'm going to show you that on the 4 hours. Show me the wave. There's no wave. Where a time frame can the buy this looks the same to me as this. Why? Because each piece is intense. Each piece is still intense. Whatever comes down, the buy hits it hard. Whatever comes, buy hits it hard. When do you lose intensity? When it goes from looking like this to suddenly looking like this. That's losing intensity. So identify that look. What does that mean? It goes from looking like a boner to suddenly looking like floppy moves. It's not moving properly. There's tails and wicks and everything on top, and the candles are getting smaller. It's losing momentum. When things are losing momentum, that means people are not saying, oh, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. They're slowing down. Does that make sense? So you want always to always lose the intensity before you do anything. So far, so good? Okay. Now, daily. Back to here. This move up, this move down, and then this choppy move up, and then we get a slam down. Okay. I want you to look at this slam down here carefully. Where did this thing come and stop? And why did it stop there? If you're the store owner, why did you stop there? Okay, some of you guys saying no sellers. People were buying there. Excellent, Gareth. Perfect. Prasad, excellent. Vishnu, very good. Yeah, because this is the area last time people bought aggressively and they couldn't get enough of it. Now, I want you to answer me one question. When the price goes up quickly, that means I want, right? When the price comes down too quickly, it means discount, no buyers. I want you to remember this logic. To a store, this area means, hey, I know you can buy this price. I've seen you buy it before. No fucking discount for you. No discount for you. But the buyer, he looks at this and he says, holy crap, look at that discount. Maybe I can get more. I'm not buying this anymore. Maybe I can get more. With both of them thinking like that, what do you think is going to happen to the price? Yeah, it's going to go sideways. It's going to go sideways. When you have this situation going down, what now has to happen with this is something called a range expansion. This is something from Paul Tudor Jones that he's been screaming the top of his lung for the longest time, and you need to listen to this. When markets go quiet and they go loud again, we need to listen and take heed to that information. Okay? When you have this consolidation that goes boom, 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 consolidation, and the price starts to move down, you have to sell there. You have to sell there. Boom, boom, da, 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 da. You have to sell. So far, so good. You're with me? It means the price is now finally rolling over and the buyer refuses to buy and the seller has caved in saying, fine, I'll give you more discount. So far, so good? That means a decision has been made. No, don't think of any questions right now. Okay, well, it's good you're having questions, but wait, just wait for it. Okay, you have to sell that. It's telling you that's where they want to go. Now, how many of you guys have done your mastering technical analysis, or any of your older cats who've been with me, done your 4CB, the 4-course bundle, where we go into technical? Okay, good. So there's something I want to talk to you guys called the dash of evil. Okay? I don't even know. When did we release 4CB? 2010, 11? 17? Like, it's a very, very old course. 18? Some of you guys saying 11? 18? I don't know, it was ages ago, right? Ages ago. Okay. I think if I'm in the videos, I might even have black hair at that time. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So what the dash of evil is now consider yourself the store. Who's got more money in this scenario? Do the buyers want to buy more, or do the store owners want to get rid of their stock more? Who's got more power? The store has more power. The store, even though they're giving that discount here, the store will place a lot of orders here. Why? Why will the store put a lot of orders there? When this is going up, did you sell? No, because the buyers were so strong. I didn't know if I'm supposed to sell. Then this thing goes down. We're like, oh, I guess the store is giving a discount. Did you sell? No, but now it's rolling over and now it's on its way. Now everybody sells. Everybody sells. Where is their stop losses? Where is their stop loss? Get them. Get those stop losses. Why? Why do we need to get the stop losses? Because leading up to that moment, no orders were placed. Nowhere. Orders were not placed anywhere. To get the orders placed, calm the market down, go quiet, and then make some noise. People out of boredom, they have to trade. They have to trade because there's nothing to do. It's been going sideways. There's nothing to do. And when it moves, like, oh my God, I need to sell now before I don't get anything. And when they do that, everyone's stop is here, guaranteed. Now, if everyone's stop is there, just think of that. So the person who sold, his stop loss is up there. Okay, we'll call him the early seller. Sorry, since we can be more obnoxious today, we'll call him the early moron. Okay, not early seller. Okay, now, since the guy sells early, and we know all their stop losses are here, and the store says, if the stop losses are triggered, the sells will become buys. The sells will become buys. And many people might look at this and say, oh, it's not going down, it's going up. Many people will hit the buys thinking, oh, sell is not working, it's a buy. So more people buying. And the store owner himself, he has a lot of orders to hit the sell side. This is what we call the dash of evil. He will take all of these orders and hit the sell button. He will absorb all those orders and says, I'll take it. Because he has so much to sell. Now, you've understood what the store wants to do. You've understood what the buyer wants to do. You've understood both of their logics. You've understood where the stop losses are, but you haven't understood one piece. Wall Street. Where do they fit into all of this? Wall Street doesn't play around. Wall Street wants to get paid whether you die, win, lose, whatever. Their job is to fill. You want to buy a house from Ali? Okay, we'll facilitate that, but I want to cut. Ali, you want to sell the house to Lucas after that? No problem. I'll facilitate that. I want to cut. This is what Wall Street does. They go where the orders are. They go where the orders are, otherwise they don't get paid. So when do all the orders show up? You need to look for that and then say, wait, let's get those orders first. Let's party. So it means you read everything like you've trained to do. You wait for the dash of evil and you say, wait, let's do it. So this is how you saw my trade on Friday. I took it there and I made 30 Rs on it. 30 Rs. You know what 30R is? Take that to your fucking bank and tell them give you 10% per year. That's a lot. This is one trade. You want to learn exponential growth? Act like one. Be like one. Study like one. And grow like one. Don't be in your comfort zone. Work. Work your ass off. Figure it out. Okay, so I'm expecting prices to come above here, right? So, okay, a lot of you guys are saying, how do you, Hemant, you're saying 1 shot, 1 kill. No, this was 5 shots, 1 kill. It took some time. It was 5 shots, 1 kill. So I know the stop losses are above here. I just know that, right? I know they're going to go after those poor suckers. Okay, because Wall Street needs that price. That's how institutional plays it. I'm not institution. I am retail, motherfucking retail all over the place. I don't care who tells you that you need to trade like an institution. Fuck those people. You trade like a retail trader, but you understand the institutional mindset. If you want to make any serious money, you have to combine the two. Not tap, exit, tap, buy side, exit. You're not an institutional trader. You're not Wall Street. Because if you're going to play their game, you need robots. You can't execute as fast as them. Don't play the institutional game. Play retail, but understand the institution. Understand the institution. Be better than the smart money cripples. Okay? Be better than them. So far, so good? Okay. Mutahana, Anesu, you're saying the problem is pair selection. Okay. What's wrong with pair selection? Let's talk about that. How do you do pair selection? Remember, who's our boss? Where's our job? Where's our job? Range break. Yeah, we got to give service. I saw this. And I saw this happening in all the New Zealands that crashed. I know what my job is. I know for the next 1 week, I work for that guy. And there's no shame in me saying I work for somebody. I'm not a little dimwit that says, I want to work for myself. I work for that guy. That's it. If he pays me, I will say I work for that guy my whole life. I don't care. I got to get paid. Okay. There is no pride in saying I work for myself. That's a moronic attitude. Pride is in the results, not in the tagline. Okay? Merkel, what changed your mindset about this? 30R, remember the dollar amount was like 6, I think it's like 7,500, but let's say 6, okay? It means the risk was only $200. In the past, you would trade bigger with bigger stop losses. Yeah. So when you see me trade during Corona times, I went large, very large. You know, we're talking about $20,000, $30,000 days, right? There are times when you have to go slow with the big picture. There are times when you have to really, pedal to the metal type of thing. I'm waiting until the market corrects a little bit more. And I want to hit it. I'm going to go up to 2,000 plus standard lots. I'm going to hit it very, very hard. But I want to see if there is a further market correction. But once things start going back into normal, I'm already buying stocks all over the place. Yes, I'm on Bitcoin as well, but later on that. But I'm on to all of this stuff. I'm loading up on stocks. I'm buying stocks in Dubai as well. I'm loading up. I don't want merely 10% a year. Okay. All right. Okay, wait, there's some few questions here. It's going a little bit crazy. When the higher time frame sets up, yeah, I prefer it when the higher time frame sets up. That's where the golden money is. Okay, Malik, you're saying I have recently been having issues with my psychology due to the market not launching with the news events and going in the opposite direction. Okay, let me finish reading it. Going in the opposite direction of the sentiment of news, even after the news data supports my analysis. In what scenario would that happen and why? Okay, let's say you're in this situation here, and you know that people sold, right? People sold, and all the stop losses are up here. How do you get the price to jump up this way and make everyone turn buyer? You're going to need the news event. And the news event might be positive. Doesn't matter. You sell. You're aware of the situation. You're aware of the news. Whatever the news does, let them burst the energy, and you're like, I think this is a stop hunt, though. Let them die. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Got you, sucker. Here we go. That's how you do it. Okay? So you don't trade the news itself. You let the news tells you who your boss is, but your boss cannot be a shady guy. You need to know that you work for him, not for him. You need to know that by reading the story. Right? Okay? All right. I'm just going to pick a random question here. 10, you're saying, my problem is I could do a logical analysis, I hope, but the timing of the trading is going to be so subjective because of the time frame of the analysis was done, and trading during the time frame is different. Yeah, that's going to be the case. And you know what? You know, in all transparency, my prop traders have that issue right now. Like, they can read a market as perfect as it can be, but then they'll be right here in the analysis and saying, well, I can't sell it. Well, I don't want to buy it either. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know what to do. So they're sort of like at this crossroads of, I know how to read this, but do I just let it go? Yeah, the answer is you have to let it go unless you know how to trade this. And you know you have to get out because someone's going to buy it. Only then you can do that. So you can play within this blueprint as much as you want as well. Okay. All right. Sunil G, you're saying, hi, Naveen. Share some info on correlation. Correlation's too deep to get into it. Of bank indices trading. Correlation's such a big topic to get into right now. Okay. So, Afak, you're saying, hi. Explain your stop loss. Okay. So once we know that we're gonna hunt this people, right? We're gonna go ram them. I'm one time frame lower, and I'm saying, well, I can't sell now. This is too hot. I can't sell now. It's still too hot. Still too hot. Oh, this looks good. This is where my first try happened. Then it did this. Bam. Okay, now I'm interested. If I can get some kind of a test into this, I'm going to sell, and then I can put my stop loss there. I can put my stop loss there. But I don't want to trade it that way. I go even deeper. I think if you guys have seen, my entry was like, I don't know, there somewhere with the stop loss like right there. Something in that sorts, right? Or it's on this side somewhere. Okay, but the whole thing is it's on its way down now. It's on its way down. Okay. Okay, Sagar, how much do you earn by percentage monthly, Naveen? What does it make? What difference does it make to you? Do the fucking thing. You've seen my trades on YouTube. Just do it. What difference does it make? Why do you need inspiration? Let's put it this way. Can you do more than the bank gives you? It's worth it. Do it. Okay. If I tell you 2,000%, you're going to work harder. If I tell you 10%, will you work less? You're going to have to do it. Just get in there. Do the work. You don't need extra inspiration through other people's wins. Okay, Devin, you're saying, hi, Naveen. When to know that the trade will not perform, actually, you should scratch it when the launch is poor. When the launch is poor. Poor meaning, although it's angled down, the buys keep getting aggressive. Those are the ones I'm generally afraid of. I probably picked the wrong pair if I see that. Okay. All right. Hello, Naveen. Is the DOE is always there? DOE? What's that? Department of Energy? What's the DOE? Date of expiration.
Dash of
Oh,
evil.
dash of evil. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the dash of evil is almost always there, like 99% of the time. If it's not there and it leaves, I get very scared. You know why? This you'll see this many times. You'll see this many times. Boom, 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 boom. It's on its way. Okay, everyone stops her here. The dash of evil will not come. News event comes out. Wow. Okay. So I keep this in my mind. I'm like, why didn't it get this? I keep that in my mind. And then a news event might be big, like a interest rate or something, and suddenly you'll realize it goes and it gets that. Like, fantastic. Vivek P, you're saying, so we always wait for a stop loss hunt, preferably, because that's how you know you can control your risk. If you cannot control your risk, you're playing safety. You always have to play with safety on this. If you cannot control your risk, then the name of the game of risk reward is gone. You don't have that. Okay, Santvir, you're saying, hi Naveen, please talk about the paper cut stop loss, what you mean by that. Paper cut stop loss is sometimes I'll do a trade here when I know I have to sell above here, right? And then I do a sell a little bit too early because I know this looks like the best price. Damn it. Okay, size, here we go. More size, here we go. These are all paper cut losses if I try early, which means they shouldn't break you. It's just little cuts. It's like, oh man, okay. So, but there's no doubt, there should be no doubt in your mind, this is a sell, period. That's it, it's a sell, that's it. Okay? So you have to be a little bit convinced in your analysis at a certain point. That's the only way you can ever trade with size. Yeah? All right. Okay. All right, Ali, you're saying, not you, Ali, there's another Ali here. Any advice on pair selection in crypto futures where a counter pair is always USDT? No, not crypto futures. I don't want to comment on that. Crypto futures has a lot more manipulation. Manipulation is good if it's standardized. I prefer the manipulation in forex and stocks, not in cryptos. It's a little bit too chaotic. So don't day trade that. At least in my opinion, don't day trade that. Okay. All right. Many times you see the 5-minute time frame show your trading strategy. No, it's not the 5-minute time frame. I'm even down on the 15 seconds. Okay, so it's not necessarily 5 minutes. So what this is a daily, right? Daily 4-hour trade, right? Where the stop losses are above here. Remember, people were selling this and they put their stops here. When this thing starts coming up and starts rolling over, I'll go down, and I'll be like, I gotcha, sucker. So what you see on my screen in the video sometimes is I'm looking at this very carefully on the 1 minute or 15 seconds. And when you see the recording, it's like, oh, he's trading the 1 minute. Oh, I could be trading a weekly. It's just I've refined it down to perfection as much as possible in my eyes. And that's where I go for. If not, paper cut, it's fine. But when I get the win, it's like, okay, explosion. Okay. Chukwuka, you're saying any stock trading course? No, not yet. It's coming soon, I would say. Not yet. That was a plan to do it, but it was becoming a mess. Okay, I was spending a lot of time with my prop traders, but do you guys remember, how many of you guys have followed me on YouTube for more than 5 years, let's say? Yeah, a lot of you guys saying more than 5 years. Do you guys remember any time where I basically told you guys why I do this? Let me see if you guys recall that. Why do I do this? Okay, good. I see one correct answer in there. A lot of them are incorrect. A lot of them are incorrect. A lot of you guys think to give back, the joy of teaching, responsibility, freedom, it's your passion. I do it for myself. I told you guys this many, many times before. I do it for myself. The moment I don't feel it's worth it to train your nutcases, then I won't do it. Throughout last year, I started to feel like that. It's like, what's the point of helping these people when they don't even have an ounce of work ethics? So then my team basically said, well, instead of quitting on them, let's give them a jolt in their ass a little bit and saying, all right, be tough on them like you've been tough on us. And I was like, okay, well, it's worth a try. It's worth a try. So I hope it doesn't deter you from your goals, but charges you up even more to be better than who you are today. Okay? I know it's probably not what you were expecting today by seeing me talk to you like this, degrade you. This is how I talk to my team. It's how anything gets done. But if you're sensitive, you're not going to make it. I promise. I promise. You're not going to make it. Yeah, see, one of the guys saying, I think you were nice today. See, Lucas and Ali, I'm nice. Okay. So understand that how you work makes a difference, and you really need to raise the bar than what you are right now. Like, it's very important. So just to emphasize this into a scientific format, how do you make goals? Okay, how do you do goals? In your mind, you need to have a clear vision of what you want. So type it in the chat. What do you want? What do you actually want? Why are you doing this? Type it in. Money and freedom, create wealth. Okay, money and freedom is not going to come easy. Wealth is not going to come in easy. Get out of poverty. Okay, that we can do. Okay, just be confident. Want to buy a home for parents. Okay, family matters. Debt-free life. Okay, all of these goals are now in your mind. You have to see it clearly that you are already doing all this, but you need to bring it out and place it here as a marker. Now, everything that you do, I don't care about how strongly you feel about this. You should feel strongly about this. That's your goal. But everything that you do, every ounce of your energy, every blood and cell that you have in your life should be towards that. If you chill, you lost. If you take a break because work-life balance, you fucked up. If you're hanging out with people that is not explaining this thing to you properly, you fucked up. Any ounce that takes you away from this look, forget about it. It's never happening. You need to want it from your soul. From your soul. And you need to direct all your actions towards it. I've seen so many people with so many desires coming to me and saying, I want this, I want that, I can do this, I want to do that. I promise you, you'll see I'm going to be the best trader in the world, blah, 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 blah. And their actions, jack squat. That's their actions. Zero. All talk, no action. And for those of you guys who are women here, don't be with men like that. All talk, no action. You're going to be very unsatisfied in the bed. Don't be with guys who are all talk and no action. You deserve better too. Right? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to leave you guys with that today. I want you guys to be the best you can be. And if you can't, sorry. I'm not here to hold your hand. I'm sorry. I got things to do. Ali's got things to do. Lucas has got things to do. If you can stand up at our level, hey, I will show you a life that you've never even dreamed of. But if you can't even work, oh my God, no industry is going to help you. Yeah? All right, guys. Thanks a lot for coming in. Until next time. Cheers, guys.